Yeah, first and foremost, disappointing outcome. I want to congratulate Coach Satterfield, his staff, and his team on a good game, a good season. We want to thank our fans who came down and had a great showing here. Always get great support from Mississippi State and our fans, and it was great to see them here. Appreciate the bowl, appreciate the committee. It was an excellent week in Nashville, and an experience I think myself and all these guys and our staff are very grateful for. There's head football coaches sometimes at the end of your career, you think you're going to write a book and talk about a season, or talk about your career, and each season's a chapter. And this season was a book in and of itself, and certainly 6 and 7 was not the outcome we desired. To get bowl eligible, to win an Egg Bowl, and have this opportunity to play in a bowl game, to me is a credit to these seniors, a credit to the staff, a credit to these leaders. That we were able to battle through a ton of adversity this season. Between graduation and injuries and other things that went on this season. So I'd like to credit these guys for getting us the ability to get to here. And certainly in all 3 phases today, I needed to be better, our staff needed to be better, and we needed to execute a little bit better. I thought we practiced well at state and here. I thought our kids played hard, but ultimately at the end of the day, we didn't do enough to win the football game. Questions?
Coach, you talk about the momentum swing, and you guys are up 14-0, and they got it high, 31 straight for them.
Yeah, it's a game of momentum. People were doing really well defensively. Had trouble moving a little bit early in the 3rd quarter, and that's kind of when they caught their fire and moved the ball and scored the points. And we came back a little bit too little, too late. But Cunningham, the running back, and certainly number 1 is an excellent player, and we had a hard time, defending him. They did a nice job with the run game in some misdirection. I thought we got the ball running a little bit early, struggled a little bit in the second half, and got the pass game going. But certainly you don't want to be battling out of a hole against a team of this caliber.
Joe, what was different maybe in the 3rd quarter? It seemed like defensively they did some things that they kind of slowed you down.
I don't think it was necessarily different things that they did. I think their D-line was doing a decent job. We run the same run plays, tweaked a couple of things, but it was essentially 2 quick 3 and outs. That's kind of what got us. I think if you look at the drive chart, I think their first drive took almost 6 or 7 minutes off the clock. Then we went 3 and out. Then they had another one. Then we went another quick 3 and out. And they didn't get rolling again until the 1st quarter. So they took a lot of time of possession there in the 3rd quarter. And we were fighting defensively. We weren't able to generate much offensively. And certainly those 3 and outs didn't help them.
Joe, how disappointing is it to see Tyler get hurt on the first play?
To see what?
Tyler get hurt on the first play.
Yeah. Very disappointing. Colin practiced well, practiced hard. Decided to play in the game. Which meant a lot to him, meant a lot to his team and his university. And certainly, base run player, not anticipating that happening, but he tried to fight through it. That's a credit to him and his toughness and what he thinks of his teammates. And it was good to see Nick and Lee Witherspoon pick up the slack as well.
Joe, is Nick Gibson available in the 1st quarter?
Nick Gibson, yeah, we had Nick and a couple other guys that were on a 1-quarter penalty from back when we were back in school.
What percentage would you estimate Calvin was going out once he got hurt like that?
I'd have to ask him, I don't know, sir. I would guess not 100, but I'm not sure what more of that.
How much did that affect, Highland going out, affect what you guys did offensively? Or in the middle of the game, you guys stalled out a little bit. Is that an effect of him not being the workhorse that he has been all season?
How about Colin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it was necessarily a byproduct of what Colin was doing. Some of it was, some of it was the plays, some of it was how they were defending it, some of it was the reads and things like that. So, I think we had a good mix of Colin and Nick and Lee in there as well. And I thought, at times we ran effectively, but certainly not well enough.
For your plan with the secondary, just kind of piecing things together, a lot of starters not playing today, what was the challenge you had for you guys?
I just saw a lot of young guys, giving their best to try to help with the defense, secondary, but give a lot of explosive plays, but I give them the credentials for giving their all.
Talk about having a phone where you're just trying to do too much or you break out from time.
Yeah, I got to make sure better care of the ball. So, obviously, big play the game. But yeah, I should take better care of the ball.
Yeah, you talked about reads and maybe some protection and whatnot, but I'm wondering if there was ever an instance when you guys weren't moving the ball in the middle of that game, if you thought about putting Ethan Thompson in the game.
Not in the sense that, what we were going to need to do was throw it around to catch up in score, and based on skill set and what we have available, we thought it was best with Tom being there. Came back and generated 2 long touchdown drives there, so that was the thought process.
Joe, you talked about this being a book in and of itself this season.
Yeah.
What was the challenging part to you and that affected you guys the most on the field?
I wouldn't say it was necessarily one thing, but a combination of everything kind of, grouped together. And I think what I certainly don't want this loss today to take away from is these senior class and what they've done at Mississippi State and everything these guys have done. How many straight bowl games, 2 straight Egg Bowl wins, getting us bowl eligible, and fighting and scratching and clawing through a bunch of the different things. And I don't want to kind of go through the list of them because they're significant. But at that point in the season, we were 3-5, and we needed to win 3 or 4 to get bowl eligible and beat Arkansas and beat Ole Miss and beat Abilene Christian. I think it speaks volumes to these guys and their belief in the program and the culture and their leadership. Because if they didn't believe and they didn't have fight and they didn't know how to battle adversity, we wouldn't have got to this spot. And I also don't want to get kind of lost in the outcome today, the amount of positive momentum that we have going forward with the number of, I think we had on the field today to start the game, 6 of our 11 starters who started the first game didn't play, and I think almost a similar number maybe offensively. So throughout the season you saw a ton of young kids in there playing football who were either first or second year players and have done really, really well. When you look at it positionally across the board, I think it's going to bode very well for the future, and you add that to our, what we've been doing from a recruiting standpoint. And, you stand on the shoulders of those who've gone before you, and these seniors have had a set a high bar. But between our young kids, our recruit classes, our development, I think the future is very bright.
What was the status to that first play?
It was an existing injury from the season, and then when we cut the guys loose and they went home, he was working out on his own and kind of digged it up a little bit, trying to do extra. And, he tried as hard as he could, went out there pregame, but, he couldn't go.
Darryl, what happened to you in the pregame? How determined were you to get out there and play?
Oh no, my knee just buckled a little bit in on that turf. I think they got to do a better job on the field, making it fit prepared. But I think I did. I wasn't going to not play this game. I mean, this is my last game as in maroon and white. I wasn't going to let my senior down. I might just my senior, but my team and those guys believed in me, so I wasn't going to let those guys down. But I'm okay.
Jerry, you mentioned it being your last game in running wide. When you look back over the Mississippi State experience, what's it meant to you?
Oh man, it's been a journey. I mean, like I said before to you guys, I mean, I can't do the thank Mississippi State for giving me the opportunity to come play college football at Division I level. I mean, I just took advantage of each and every day to speak the best I can be at this university, put this university on my shirt each and every day.
Darryl, Coach Moore was talking about how this year's kind of been a chapter of the book or the whole book in and of itself. I mean, what's that been like from the players' experience, just the ups and downs from off the field stuff to just the way the year went? What's that been like inside the locker room for you guys?
Just keeping guys together. I mean, I think this senior guys doing an excellent job. Our leaders are doing an excellent job just keeping guys together. We've been through up and downs. I mean, guys been not being there playing games. Guys being able to just be being hurt. I mean, I think we did an excellent job. The seniors and upper class and just keeping guys prepared and keeping guys ready.
Joe, there was a moment in the broadcast late in the game where the camera is showing some Louisville players on the sideline, and they're holding up a sign, and it has you quoted as saying Louisville is soft. I don't know if you know anything about that or if you have a comment about it.
Louisville is soft.
Yeah, it has you quoted as saying that. Wondering if you had any comment.
I don't, because I never said it. Yeah, that'd be the comment.
Darryl, they talked a little bit about Kylan Hill, and how much did you guys as an offensive line want to get him that record just as an accomplishment for this season?
I mean, we most definitely want to give him that record. I mean, for him to be the all-time leading rusher, I think in Mississippi State history. I mean, I think we wanted to give him that record. We tried our hardest. I mean, I think he got dealing on the first play. I mean, I think that he didn't even want the team. I think that we tried our hardest to give him that record. And I think he wants the team to be better to bring back in this league. Even not this league, but the next level. So, looking forward to it.
Did you hear us talk about how tough it was to contain Cunningham the way he can run and throw?
Say it again.
Okay, you talk about how tough it is to contain Cunningham the way he can run and throw.
Oh man, he's a very good athlete. I my outside contained. But he's quick, he's fast, and I have to give him his props for that. But it was pretty tough. And I just had to keep my outside contained, do my job.
Aquarius, they were able to convert a lot of third and longs there in the second half. Was that something that they were just doing effectively, or was it something defensively that was just out of place?
I just feel like they had to give up a lot of explosive plays. They kept throwing it in the middle, so they were scheming us up real good. So, there's really nothing we could do about that. We just got to do better with our play calling.
What's the season been like for you? Injuries and everything?
It's been wild. Yeah, obviously still emotional from it. Nothing really in life goes exactly how you think it's going to go. With that being said, I mean, it's all part of the picture or the plan, and it's. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful to have been able to come here, to meet a whole new group of guys. Play with guys like Landry, guys like Daryl. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy to make that decision. It wasn't easy to for those guys to welcome me in the way they did. And, I'm forever thankful for that. For those guys just giving me a chance. And it's tough, man. It's tough because a lot of people on the outside don't really understand how much it takes. They don't understand how. And with that being said, it's difficult, but I mean we love what we do, and it's just a lot of emotion. I'm gonna miss this team.
Yeah, it's like watching one of your own grow up. Got a relationship that dates back, and known him for a long time. Watch him grow as a player, watch him grow as a person. He's got a wonderful family. Whether it's in the game of football playing, whether it's in the game of football coaching, or whatever he does in life, I know he's made the right things. He's a good kid with great character and a great set of values, and whatever he sets his mind to, he's going to accomplish. So, proud to be associated with Thomas Stevens.
You're a guy too that took advantage of the transfer portal, being a grad transfer. It's been a hot topic this year. Looking back now, was that a good decision for you to have the right, the ability to take advantage of the grad transfer?
Absolutely. Kind of like I was saying there, I don't think anything that that happened this year would have determined whether or not it was successful or not. It was the best decision for me at the time. I don't regret it at all.
Joe, kind of along those lines, Joe, that transfer portal or anything like that, inside the quarterback room, Keaton, is there any, with his future with the program, is anything decided there that he's going to plan to stay here going forward and things, being having some fun time stuff like that?
We're going to take a couple of days off here. We report back on Sunday with a team meeting, and then the classes resume on. These guys classes resume on Monday, and then next week set up. The position coaches have met with the players individually and had season-end meetings, and then I'll meet with all the guys individually next week. So I have more information.
Joe, all three guys up there on the stage with you right now, they're professional prospects coming up in the upcoming draft and all such. How have they impacted your team as the leaders and as the players that meet?
Yeah, I think when you look at guys who have the opportunity to play at the next level, they have to have the ability to get that done. And all those guys have been blessed with ability and talent, and they've done an excellent job at this level of football. And now it's going to be about their opportunity to either go to the combine or a pro day and show the things that they're able to do from a measurable and quantifiable standpoint, and put those things together. And you don't need all 32 like you just need one like you. And I know if these guys get the right opportunity, that they'll make the most of it.
Joe, wrapping up your second season, 2 postseason losses, obviously not what you wanted to end. What's your biggest takeaway finishing up your second year?
We just got to stay the course and keep working. Certainly ending the season with a loss in the bowl game is not ideal. 2 years, 14 wins, 2 bowl appearances, 2 wins over top 25 teams, 2 8 bowl victories, 3 successive top 25 recruiting classes. A bunch of young guys that have played well. it's trying to focus on the positives. I'll sit down next week and evaluate every aspect of the program and see where we're at. Continue what we're doing well and looking to fix the things that we need to do a little bit better and take obviously not the positive momentum from this game, but things we've done well the past few years and work continue to build off of that.
We've got time for one more question.
Obviously mentioning those lists of accolades, do you feel like there's sometimes too much weight put on that final record?
Not necessarily. It's a barometer we've done for the season. I think there's context to everything, but certainly, finishing, with 6 wins and getting to a bowl and winning the Egg Bowl, you would love to finish this one off the right way and end the season with a winning record rather than a losing record.
Gentlemen, thank you very much.
Thank you. Hail State.